to the signature comparisons. So again, let's pretend we're showing only PDFs. So you'd have to be like, all right, witness, like look at that second signature on there. Remember what it looks like. Keep it in your brain. Let's go look at a different document, which would be exhibit number 2, and we'd have to compare it to this signature. And you'd be like, well, were the two the same? And then you'd be like, well, which signatures? Because there's two on this page. It's like, oh, they're the two that we looked at. And it's like, yeah, but we looked at two earlier. So it gets like really confusing and frustrating. Maybe they are legitimately confused, or maybe they're just pretending to be confused. But by using TrialPad, what you can do uh, is put them side by side for one. So let's do that. So I'm going to freeze my screen while I'm getting it set up. And then I'll present my screen. And here we have the two signatures side by side. So again, you have different options. So you can say, does the signature on the right side of the screen look that I circled in green look similar to the signature on the left side of your screen that is circled in green? That's, they look different. The context of this case is that they're supposed to be saying the same name. They're written by the same person, but they're not. What I think is more powerful though is when we go through and I like to create exhibits. So I use a call out, and for this I would normally freeze my screen, but I'll have you all follow along while I'm doing it. But we'll use a call out from one document and call out on the second document. And then you can easily see, once we get them positions, that these, oh, hold on, it's off the screen. On my screen, but not yours. We'll get it. These are two different, very different ways to write Natalie King. When we're dealing with fraud and you see this side by side, like one on top of the other, it's clearly not the same person. So, comparing that to what we used to have to do before, Exhibit 1 PDF, then we look at it, we go to Exhibit 2 PDF. They had some wiggle room to say, well, I don't know, it could be the same. But here, side by side, it's the inescapable fact that they're not the same. And what I'll do beyond this is you can take a screenshot of what's on your screen, and I'll make that a new exhibit. So, this goes up in front of the jury, and they're just like, that's clearly not the same thing. And it looks very, very bad.